Hey. So every day I go live with a different topic, and today is Positive Body Image Day, okay? About things that I do, and right now I'm cooking. We have guests coming over, and I'm running out of time, but this is an important message, so I want to make sure that I do this, okay? So, positive body image, about how do you feel good, how do you feel pretty, how do you pick yourself up and think positively about your body, okay? So, I'm going to talk to you about two different things that help me with that, okay? So, the first thing is, you're going to think, God, that's so freaking corny, but I make it a point to smile. If I make eye contact, like right now, look me in the eyes, and then I'm gonna smile. Whenever I smile, I can feel myself be happier inside, you know, and not no fake ass smile. I hate whenever people fake smile, like, you know, like, no, I'm not talking about that. I mean, expose your teeth and smile, okay? So that, I can tell if people are smiling whenever I'm talking to them on the phone. I can literally hear it, okay? You think I'm crazy? Try it with someone. Like, you know, I can literally tell when someone's smiling when I'm talking to them, okay? Another thing is, man, have you ever been to a restaurant and someone's like, hey, how are you doing? You know, and then they like look away, like they ask you a question, they're like, you know, and then you're like, oh man, I've had a rough day. I'm really looking forward to eating here. But that person is checked out. Okay. And I'm not saying like, put your whole day onto some poor server, right? No, I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying is you need to be actively present in your communication with people, because it's going to make them feel great. And I have found whatever I put into the world comes back to me. So you need to put positive into the world and it will come back to you. Okay? You just have to keep putting it in there. So I want to tell you what I'm talking about. If someone says, hey, man, it's been a month since I've seen you. How are you doing? You don't have to say, oh, I'm fine. You know, no. If they actually ask you something, you need to say, hey, do you want the real answer, or are you just saying, hey? Okay, because I would actually want to know the real answer. And then you need to actually listen to them, okay? Don't be jacking around on your phone. Don't be looking who came into the room. No, I want you to stay into that conversation, and then don't listen to talk. I want you to actually listen to listen. A lot of times whenever people are talking to someone, they just want them to talk long enough that they're just waiting for an opportunity for themselves to talk. Okay, instead of actually listening to the person. So if you want to have like a positive aura about you, you probably need to do this first to other people. Okay? I need you to smile. I need you to be present in the conversation. I need you to listen, not for the sake of talking, but to actually listen to what other people have to say. And then don't be the person that one-ups them. If somebody tells you how horrible something was, don't be like, oh man, this or here happened to me. Be like, first thing you need to do is acknowledge what they said. Be like, man, I could see how that is just rough. Okay? And be like, man, my heart just goes out to you. Like, acknowledge what they say, right? Don't go right into your conversation. So the reason that I'm saying this is because I want people to that's the way I want to be listened to. That's the way I want to be heard, is actually heard instead of me tell something, but then person was only paying attention until I shut up for them to have a conversation. So I know this kind of seems weird that I'm putting this on positive body image, but you need to have a positive aura about you. You need to be a good listener. You need to have this sparkle about you. So if you are in a conversation with someone and you ask somebody something, I need you to actually zone in and listen. I know this sounds like some basic stuff, but man, there is something called fish philosophy. Okay, so fish philosophy is based on this fisherman's thing where all these business people were going, and I think it was in Washington State or Oregon, somewhere up there. Anyways, these fishermen were having such a positive work environment that these millionaires were coming and watching these guys work because they were so lively, right? Now then, I'll tell you this right here. If you're man, I just want to be pretty and I want to feel good in my body, the way to do that is to have people just be I love that girl because that girl listens to me. That girl is, she actually cares. She actually cares. Isn't that more important than being sexy or beautiful? Because that's in the eye of the beholder. The 600-pound sisters, they ain't single, okay? There's a pot out there for every freaking lid. You need to be a person that puts a positive aura out there. That's way more important than just your external. So anyways, I would look up fish philosophy. There's the whole thing about making people's day and being actively engaged into conversations and leaving your bad stuff at home, whenever you're at work. And I enjoy making people's day. I enjoy making people happy. And whenever you make people happy in the world, they don't care what you look like. Everybody, I've said this before, we're all a bunch of narcissists. We care about ourselves. And so if someone thinks that you truly care about them, they don't care what you look like, honey. So there's your positive body image for the day, is just be somebody that has a positive aura about you, and you will have wonderful people in your life because you are a good listener, and you're not and you put positivity out there. If you make eye contact with someone, smile. Man, I am guilty about having some resting bitch face. Could you imagine me being like this right here and be hey guys, you need to be happy, you need to smile? Could you, I can't even do it. I'm over here trying to push my face down, right, to talk. But I think a lot of people are in my life because I am upbeat and I am positive. And a lot of times I'm having to put that smile on my face, but whenever I smile, physically smile, it makes me happy. So, all right, there's your positive body image. And I'll put some better things on here during another week. Because every day I want to go live. And yesterday is mental mindset. I talked about friendships. And then today is positive body image. And I'm basically telling you, it don't matter what that body looks like. It doesn't matter what that looks like, because it just matters about the positivity that you put out into the world, and then you will attract more positive into your life. All right. I am making something, it's got the dumbest name in the world. I'm making something called Mexican dish. And it's got 2 pounds of ground beef. It's got some golden mushroom soup in it. can of enchilada sauce, a can of taco sauce. Okay, I need the taco sauce, David. And then it has green chilies, cheese, and then Doritos, right? And you do Doritos, the meat mixture, and then the cheese on top. However, instead of Doritos, I got some of these right here that I'm going to try out. And then I have a Mexican cornbread that I'm cooking. And then I needed something green. So I'm trying to get all of my canned foods used. So we've got sweet peas that I'm going to make with it with some butter and salt and pepper, because I'm trying to get rid of the canned foods, because I found out that a lot of the canned goods have BPAs on the inside of the can. So here, you're going to have to open it for me, like the plastic. So I'm trying to get those all used up and then just actually can my food. So I look crusty McDusty. Anyways, our cards partners are coming over, and I'm hoping to slaughter my husband and his partner because they're going down. We're going to play some spades, and me and my partner are going to we're going to live our life right, and we're going to, David, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. You're a big old loser. You're going to lose. Oh, just like last time. Whatever. All right. We're going to play some spades, and I'm going to have a good time, and we're going to eat some, I think this is like white people Mexican food because it's called Mexican dish, Mexican cornbread. That cornbread's going to be banging because the cornmeal I got, it didn't even have English on it. It was all in Spanish. And it's got meat in it and onions and green chilies and cheese, and it's freaking delicious. So, all right, y'all have a wonderful night, and I'll see you tomorrow. I think tomorrow is holistic health. And do you see those little brown bags over there? Those things have been on my counter for, I think, a month, if not a little bit more. And that's a Big Mac and a crunchy taco. And I haven't opened them, and I want to see if they have, I think they got enough preservatives in them not to decompose. And if it's holistic health, whenever holistic health is this week, I'm going to be opening up those bags and looking at that food. If it hasn't changed at all, I'm done. I'm done with fast food. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow. And you have a positive freaking body image, and love yourself. Love yourself chubby. Love yourself with your hair graying. Love yourself with a big old fat nose right here. Love yourself. Love yourself. Okay? There's only one of you, right? There's only one of you. Even if you're a twin, there's still only one of you. All right, y'all have a great night. Ooh, somebody's telling me what they had. We had roast taters, fresh carrots, and cabbage. Damn. That sounds good. I love cabbage. All right, y'all have a good night.